ask you?
Are you going to look into it?
May I ask you?
I just want to see. Here's CNN, because CNN is about controlling Negroes. That's what it's saying. Controlling Negroes. That's what CNN is about.
Well.
Do you have any idea what happens if you support Donald Trump in a left-wing place? You lose your job. You have your children threatened. You have to move. And it's part of the problem we have when we have a one-party place like New York. It's the reason we have so much crime. The crime is Cuomo's crime and de Blasio's crime. They run the state. They run the state like a dictatorship.
I want to step in for a second. Let's put the camera on him. Let's put the camera on him. I'm going to stand. Now bring the camera around. What press are you with?
I'm with CNN.
He's with CNN. What's your name?
Devin Sayers.
This is Mr. Sayers.
May I ask you?
Are you going to look into it?
May I ask you?
I just want to see. Here's CNN. Because CNN is about controlling Negroes. That's what it's saying. Controlling Negroes. That's what CNN is about. They don't want people of color to have conservative thoughts. He's here to keep me running and keep me from being the governor of the state. Why? Because the liberals, they do not want blacks thinking for themselves. They're here for Stacey Abrams.
Thank you, sir.
See, this is the fake news from CNN. All they want to do is control their liberal narrative. And that's it. That's a prime example of it. So, you all have never had me on your show before because you know Joe Biden is a bigot and you don't want me on there calling Joe Biden a bigot. Joe Biden said that black people, are disproportionately affected by COVID because they don't know how to go on the internet. Joe Biden just said that black people, businesses, or entrepreneurs, they're bad entrepreneurs or they're not good entrepreneurs or successful entrepreneurs because they don't have lawyers and they don't have accountants. Well, I have both lawyer and accountant, and just so happened they're black. I didn't have them because they're black, because they were the best. So Joe Biden is a bigot. You know it and I know it. But CNN wants to put people on there that carries their narrative. CNN is bigoted, CNN is race-based, and they're racist, and they use you to carry out their racist agenda. And it's sad. Georgia's too big for that. We don't want racism in Georgia. We don't want that stuff. We want to get along, families. But CNN, your building was terrorized by Black Lives Matter. But you didn't want to talk about it.
We were also
You didn't want to talk about
we were
it.
also attempting
Black
to
Lives Matter.
Trump supporters as well for our building.
Black Lives Matter attacked your building, downtown Atlanta, didn't it?
There were also
And
Trump
Antifa,
supporters-
right?
There was also Trump supporters who sent mail packages to me and my colleagues.
Okay, but who bombed, or who attacked and broke windows at CNN during the riots? Was it Black Lives Matter and Antifa? Was it or was it not?
I do not know.
You do not know. I'm shocked that you don't know. You're CNN.
Vernon, he'll get fired if he says.
I'm shocked that you don't
There's
know.
also a police precinct within.
Life in this pandemic, and for the loved ones who left behind.
When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You just
Well, folks, eliminate one tax loophole out of $1.6 trillion worth, $1.4 trillion worth. Out of $1.4 billion. It's hard to even say it, it's so much. And by the way, it's cost a lot of money. It cost about $740 billion over 10 years.
Well.
Maybe the fucking people didn't fucking elect you.
And you want to check my shape on it, let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do.
It is important that Iowa and Nevada have spoken, but look.
Get your words straight, Jack.
I'm Jill Biden's husband, and I work for Cedric Richmond. Are you joking? No.
You're too old to vote for him.
Granddaughters not only love their dads, their grandpops, they always like them, and that's the great thing. Thank you, baby. Thanks. I want you to meet Finnegan.
Now, Sleepy Joe would say the unemployment rate in the great state of Ohio. No, you're in South Carolina. Joe, you're in South. They come up with you. Ever see the guy in the note? No, it's South Carolina. It's not Ohio. Okay. Then he goes, all right, Iowa? Did you say Iowa? No. No, he did that like 7 times. If I did that once, it would be the end of the road, right? Be the end of the road. They'd say, Trump has lost it. They like to say that anyway, I guess. Huh? These people are bad people. Oh, Sleepy Joe. Well, he's running tomorrow. No, but could you imagine if I said just a small fraction of the mistakes he makes, which are unbelievable, every speech? I actually said the other night, I was watching him when he said about half the population wiped out with guns. I said, that's a horrible thing. That's the end of his evening. That's the end of his political career. And then after the debate, they're reviewing him. They said, Joe Biden had a great night last night. I don't get it, Tim.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure. True international effort to pressure.
What kind of country we're going to be? 4 more years of George, he's going to find our...
Thank you.